Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, welcome back to Reframe Mindset podcast. My name is Constant Brooks, and this episode we're going to talk about so in the business of science again, talking about promotion and demotion, because that's the next important stuff. You know, there are going to be different phases or different stages of the science business. Like you're going to have more senior scientists and more junior scientists and stuff like that. So we're going to have names. We're going to have to actually name those people or stuff like that. So lead lead scientists or stuff, and that's the thing about um starting a career or business or such like that. Everything start from zero. Cause look at it now. You know, I'm in this phase now where technology revolution, the big tech companies like Google. I'm recording on a podcast, which is made. So that's a tech company that made it. And a tech company bought it as well. So it's like one of those stuff where all those big companies now that we're looking at now, they started from small beginnings, and then now you hear those big big status that they had, like for example chief technology officer and stuff like that, CTO and stuff like that, bro. There was a point in time nobody we didn't have CTO, we just have a person that we just building the tech. We there was a point that they were just trying to make money from, trying to turn this stuff that business. Nobody had, they just do it for fun, and then boom, somebody came with a visionary to like, okay, with them we can kind of turn this into a business and such like that. So that's how things go. So eventually, you're going to read. I'm giving you the ideas now, and then eventually, boom, somebody gonna start a business. Then somebody start a business. Then you get employees. All them, everybody can't be at the same level. If everybody doing this, they are at the same level. Everybody doing the same task. Somebody have to lead. Have to have a bigger vision to bring the up to another level, and then they will get a different position, a higher position than that, and then that's how positions are formed. Then when you have the different positions now, then you can, then what happens is now, then you are promoted or demoted based on your ability to do the requirements of that position that is now created. So that's how it works. So it basically, I make you the CEO of the business now, and then first year you're doing well, take the business to a higher heights. For the next 2 years, we gone two steps down, almost to the edge of bankruptcy. Then we can, then we have to actually demote you because you just a one hit wonder based on what you showed us. And if you actually make you lead for one more year, we might actually go bankrupt. So what we have to do is not basically be like, okay, now demote you and put somebody else that we see over the past 2 years. So what also have to do is we have to actually have a way to track people's standing at each position. So while persons are be like, okay, yes, you're doing well, um we have the CEO doing well and such like that. We're tracking his performance and based on certain stats that we used to perform, be a CEO. But the other levels as well, we're tracking those stats to see how well they perform those tasks as well. So that if we demote one person, then we can promote the next person, the best person at the next line. So maybe, so it's like that's what you have to, that's what you have to think about as well. Promotion and demotion, important part of the business of science. So how that's going to be executed. Um, yes. When the business comes, we have to actually start to have positions. We start to have positions. So everybody's a scientist in general, but you have like for example in the business, that's company that I'm working for now, you have the basic role that I have, but then you had other stuff as well, H human resources, um, lawyers, all those other people and stuff like that. All those other parts are important, but the core business is a communication company. That's basically what it is. Or a customer service company. That's basically what it is. But all these other parts are important as well. And in the that part you have supervisors and such like that I get demoted, fired, and promoted as needed to keep the company rising. So that's all the so those are important aspects as well. So um I guess I could speak more about it, but now and just throwing out now so that you know that these are important when you're executing it, So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and then look forward for the next episode. Mm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
We're at the end of June. End of June. And yeah, how I feel at the end of June. Still going through it. But uh we made it to the end of June, and I guess you just have to be grateful. You know, it feels different in a sense at the end of June. I'm on it's like the reality is setting in now where it's where it's like you figure out, okay, this is my life now. You know, all the guidance and stuff that you had before is suddenly going away, and you just basically have to just start to carve your own path now. Where I was doing that at the start somewhat. But if things go wrong,